continued. Now, last time, our episode cut out. Surprisingly, this is my strong point.
Welcome to my party.
Why am I not at all surprised that you want to see me now?
And by the actions of a certain person. Come, dance with me. Spies will not hear us on the dance floor.
Supposedly.
Very well. Shall we dance, Your Grace?
I'd be delighted. Free marches, are you not? How much do you know about our little war?
I assure you, the effects of this war reach far beyond the borders of the Orlesian Empire.
Perhaps it does. I should not be surprised to find the Empire is the center of everyone's world.
It took great effort to arrange tonight's negotiations. Yet one party would use this occasion for blackest treason. The security of the Empire is at stake. Neither one of us wishes to see it fall.
Do we both want that, Lady Florian?
I hope we are of one mind on this.
In times like these, it's hard to tell friend from foe. Is it not, Your Grace?
I know you arrived here as a guest of my brother Gaspard, and have been everywhere in the palace. You are a curiosity to many, Inquisitor, and a matter of concern to some.
Am I the curiosity or the concern to you, Your Grace?
With politics, it's all about deflections.
This evening
You should
is
never give anything away.
I wonder what role you will play in it. Do you even yet know who is friend and who is foe? Who in the court can be trusted?
If I've learned anything, Your Grace, it is to put my trust in no one.
In the Winter Palace, everyone is alone. It cannot have escaped your notice that certain parties are engaged in dangerous machinations tonight.
I thought dangerous machinations were the national sport in Orlais.
You have little time. The attack will come soon. You must stop Gaspard before he strikes. In the Royal Wing Garden, you will find the captain of my brother's mercenaries. He knows all Gaspard's secrets. I'm sure you can persuade him to be forthcoming.
We'll see what the night has in store, won't we?
We won a few hearts with that dance.
You'll be the talk of the court for months. We should take you dancing more often.
The Duchess had some interesting things to say.
Of that, I have no doubt.
Were you dancing with Duchess Florian?
More importantly, what happened in the servants' quarters? I heard there was fighting.
I hope you have good news. It appears the peace talks are crumbling.
The Grand Duchess tried to convince me Gaspard is the traitor, but I'm not sure I buy it.
Florian and her brother are thick as thieves, but she would give him up in an instant to save herself.
Then, the attack on the Empress will happen tonight.
Warning Celine is pointless. She needs these talks to succeed, and to flee would admit defeat.
Then perhaps...
I like where this is going.
I don't. If Corypheus succeeds...
What Corypheus wants is chaos. Even with Celine alive, that could still happen. To foil his plan, the Empire must remain strong. This evening, someone must emerge victorious.
And it doesn't need to be Celine. She's right.
Do you realize what you're suggesting, Leliana?
Well, if we took out
Sometimes
Celine,
the best path
there'd be no
is
one to
not
play the
the
game
easiest
against. It would be cool. We could have easily raised nobles, turn the whole thing on the Illusion Empire. You know, have a second civil war where we'd win it, but probably not a good idea.
You're asking me to decide what's best for Orlais.
More than that, whoever controls the Imperial throne will affect all of Thedas.
You cannot stop Corypheus without a decision. You must support someone, or all is lost.
Then we should support Celine. She is the rightful ruler. Why would we say otherwise?
Because she led Orlais to this point. I say Gaspard, provided his sister is wrong about him.
I would suggest Briala. She could bring true peace, not only to the Empire, but also to its elves.
This is, however, your decision, Inquisitor, not ours.
I can't decide this. Not yet.
You must. Even inaction is a decision, Inquisitor.
You could speak to Celine in the ballroom, but she won't act. Not without proof.
If Gaspard is guilty, he'll admit nothing. If he's innocent, he knows nothing. We need the truth.
What did Duchess Floriane tell you?
She said Gaspard's mercenary captain is in the Royal Wing. That he knows about the assassination.
Which could be a trap.
Or a lead. Either way, you should search the private quarters in that wing for clues.
Then get me access. And in the meantime, get your soldiers into position.
At once. Be careful, Inquisitor.
We're looking like we're going to stage a coup the way this is going. All I'm saying, gentlemen. All I'm saying.
Lord Inquisitor.
Would you care to dance, Lady Mantillon?
You, Inquisitor, are a delight. One does not often find foreigners so well versed in the game. But you have other dances to perform first. Perhaps you will save me a dance for later?
Good evening, milady.
There we go. No point asking questions, not going to get any answers.
What a pleasure to
It's
see
going to
you
be fluff.
again. You look radiant.
Yeah. So many crimes of fashion.
I found this out. I'm not sure.
They'll never live this down.
There we go.
We can only hope Celine prevails tonight. Gaspard will ruin us all.
Is there something we may do for you?
We do so enjoy speaking with you. We will speak to the Empress on your behalf.
I made a fascinating discovery. An elven locket in the Empress's vault.
Oh dear. That is very interesting.
I'll get Her Majesty.
Inquisitor, I regret that we did not have time to speak earlier. No doubt you have questions about many things.
If the nobles knew you were keeping elven trinkets in the royal vault, it would cause a scandal.
You are right, of course. I don't know why I kept it. It was a foolish thing to do.
What made the two of you part ways?
She wanted change, and she thought I should deliver it. My word is law, Inquisitor, but laws don't command people's hearts. Culture does not transform itself overnight. I failed her. I should have dared more. But the past, like so many things, is beyond my command.
It's nice to see that even the Empress of Orlais makes mistakes.
Thank you for coming tonight, Inquisitor. I have business to attend, but I hope we will speak again.
Pointless thing that was.
We meet again. Given any thought to what I said?
You'll speak more.
Another...
Is it true the Inquisitor was hurried out of the Fade by Andrew?
Mistress Nightingale, what a pleasure to see you again. I taught my seventh husband of an hour.
Du Gaspard was never got to the brain.
Is anyone knocking around I can talk to?
Is it true the Inquisitor was hurried out of the Fade by Andresti?
How did
does things look out there? Are the negotiations over yet?
Both the Empress and the Grand Duke are angry.
Inquisitor?
What is Lady Pentecost wearing?
She's wearing military attire.
What is Lady Pentecost wearing?
Of course, depending on our choice, certain people are going to be favoured over this.
I am not talking to you until we get home.
Well, that's useful.
The reports from the Minrathous Ambassadorial are particularly disturbing.
Where are they getting it from?
More importantly, the
Moses, you gain more by listening in on conversations, I feel, than by talking to people. When you talk to the person they're guarded, when they're talking to friends, less so. Of course, everyone aside from me appears to put all their correct weaponry on.
Room after room, and for what? Ruffle storage? Real useful.
There we go. Done with one secret room.
Hello? Is anyone there? Somebody? Anybody?
Oh crap. Taking a trip there.
Oh, thank you.
Are you all right?
I don't think I'm hurt. No one's supposed to be here. Briala said... Oh, I shouldn't have trusted her.
Briala told you to come to this wing of the palace.
Not personally. The ambassador can't be seen talking to the servants. We get coded messages at certain locations, but the order came from her. She's been watching the Grand Duke all night. No surprise she wanted someone to search his sister's room.
Is there anyone else who knows the code and the drop location who could have written those orders?
I don't know. Any of us could do it, but... No. No one else would send me here. It had to be Briala.
So this room belongs to Grand Duchess Florianne?
It used to.
This had been her private room in Halam Shiral since she was a child. But this part of the palace was damaged, and the royal family moved to the guest wing.
Dead wing, you mean?
What were you trying to find in Florian's old room?
The message didn't say. I should have known it was a setup.
This wing is sealed. How did you...
One of the others probably handled it.
All sorts of people tonight are taking advantage of this wing being closed.
Briala probably knew it was dangerous and sent me anyway. One more embarrassing secret erased. I knew her. Before. When she was Celine's pet. Now she wants to play revolution, but I remember. She was sleeping with the Empress who purged our alienage.
Something like that could destroy Briala, if it were known.
No. Some know she has a history with the Empress. But they believe she was just a favored servant. If the Inquisition will protect me, I'll tell you everything I know about our ambassador.
Knew it. I did. And I bet the hate's made it feel real good.
Go to the ballroom. Find Commander Cullen. He'll keep you safe.
Thank you. Make her protect you, Inquisitor.
Hope I didn't make a choice there. Feel like I might have done. Oh well, I'm too busy stealing stuff.
What's this then? Swapping all the gold leaf with diamonds, I bet.
That the door came in through. Came in through that one. So this is a different room. Tell you what, let's not go in that room just yet. In case it activates. So let's take the long windy route to the room. No. Same room. Did we not check this room here? Been here. My way. Been in that room. That's the only door. The last statues we need must be in here somewhere. Look around. Throw them on the ceiling and do the climbing game to find stuff. Hate it when I do the climbing game. You know, this bright idea, it's fun. It's not. Right, so this room shouldn't connect to anything. As we can check here without activating those little side quests. Right, so that window's been left open. Means it's time to burglarize. Let's take all this table of coinage. Ooh. Some the Hala statue, okay. Another coin. I probably won't find all the coins, I don't think. Too many. But we can at least visit all the rooms. People keep getting killed left, right and centre here. Oh. Right, let's see if 9 Hala statues is enough. In a second, we'll just save here. In case you can go downstairs. I have a feeling that's the door in question. There we go, there's all the Halla statues. Now we can go through that other door. The one further back, not this one. There's one like over here. I wanted you to use that door there, I think. I'm wondering if this one leads where I think it might. Oh, private quarters. Imagine the dirty information we can get here. But I'm not here about that. This is not too different from that chateau. That weird ghost presence chateau. Uh-oh. What in the world have we found here?
What happened?
It's not what it looks like. Honestly, I would have preferred it if it were what it looks like. The Empress led me to believe I would be rewarded for betraying the Grand Duke. This was not what I hoped for.
I can imagine what you thought your reward would be.
Please, I beg you, don't tell Gaspard. The Empress beguiled me into giving her information about plans for troop movements in the palace tonight. She knows everything. Everything. The Duke's surprise attack has been countered before it ever began. She's turned it into a trap. The moment he strikes, she'll have him arrested for treason.
She'll be all prim, but here's you with your bits out.
Clever Celine. Even I'm impressed.
I don't know which is worse. Celine for using such a tactic, or him for falling for it.
Don't breathe a word about this.
I can promise that. I have no intention of dying, Inquisitor. If Gaspard didn't kill me for this, Celine...
Oh, let me go back, We did save earlier, remember? When we were at that staircase. So... we can pick up the Halla statue. We can go over, be like, hello mate. And then say to him... get cypresses. Very good for this stuff, very good. Or did we forget to do all this? Oh god. Oh no we didn't. Door just closed. Alright.
What's this then? Swapping all the gold leaf with diamonds, I bet.
Right, let's go check on her map.
Empress led me to believe I would... She knows... She's...
Clever.
I don't know which is worse. Celine for using such a tactic, or him...
I'll protect you from Gaspard if you're willing to testify about Celine's trap.
I'll do anything. Anything.
Do they even like being so... like they are?
Oh, we're already at 100, so I guess literally nothing has happened here. However, he's mine now. I've got dirt on Celine, I've got dirt on... this will be dirt on the next one.
Inquisitor, what a pleasure. I wasn't certain you'd attend. You're such a challenge to read. I had no idea if you'd taken my bait.
I fear I'm a bit busy at the moment if you were looking for a dance partner.
Yes, I see that. Such a pity you did not save one final dance for me. It was kind of you to walk into my trap so willingly. I was so tired of your meddling. Corypheus insisted that the Empress die tonight, and I would hate to disappoint him.
Why kill the Empress? What does Corypheus want to achieve?
Celine's death is a stepping stone on the path to a better world. Corypheus will enter the Black City and claim the godhood waiting for him. We will cast down your useless maker and usher in a united world, guided by the hand of an attentive god.
What exactly is in this for you?
The world, of course. I'll deliver the entire south of Thedas, and Corypheus will save me. When he has ascended to godhood, I will rule all Thedas in his name.
You're Orlesian royalty. Why would you help Corypheus attack your empire?
You think so small, Inquisitor. Why settle for an empire when Corypheus... I admit, I will relish the look on Gaspar's face when he realizes I've outplayed him. He always was a sore loser.
You don't have to go through with this, Florian. There's still time to turn back.
Oh, my dear. In their darkest dreams, no one imagines I would assassinate Celine. All I need is to keep you out of the ballroom long enough. A pity you'll miss the rest of the ball, Inquisitor. Kill him and bring... It will make a fine gift.
Okay. And do this a little bit differently. We're gonna get the Halifing. I'm wondering if we leave the guy to his fate, will Cassandra get upset?
We should search the area.
I mean, what is the true value of this guy?
What's this then? Swapping all the gold leaf with diamonds, I bet.
Made a lot of poor decisions when I know very well it doesn't matter who the Emperor is.
The Empress led me to believe I would...
Clever. I don't know which is worse. Celine for using such a tactic, or him for falling for it.
Enjoy the rest of the party.
Wait! No! Let me out of here!
You'll probably use him to wreck Celine, but Let them play the game. I don't plan for the Inquisition to stick around after this is all over. And what does it benefit me anyway? I don't want the elf to rule, really.
Inquisitor, what a pleasure. I wasn't certain you'd attend. You're such a challenge to read. I had no idea if you'd taken my bait.
I fear I'm a...
Corypheus insisted that the Empress die tonight. We will cast down your...
The usual thing. I don't know why so many people are this thick who work for Corypheus. He approaches them with power, and it's like, if they had just sat down and listened to the Inquisition once, they would know that he tells everyone the exact same story. He says, I'll give you the world, I'll give you the world, I'll give you the world. How they not be like, I think he's promising everyone the same deal.
At this point, I'd think disappointment was an old friend.
Poor dear. You can't begin to imagine what Calpurnia and I have in store. And now I suppose you never will. In their darkest dreams, no one imagines I would assassinate Celine myself. All I need is to keep you out of the ballroom long enough to strike. A pity you'll miss the rest of the ball, Inquisitor. They'll be talking of it for years. Kill him and bring me his marked hand. It will make a fine gift for the Master.
Ooh. Oh, loads of time. I wish I bought yeah, this guy. It'd be nice when this is over, it's got the playing.
Just those tits. What was all that? Were those demons? There aren't any more of those blasted demons coming, right?
Good eye. Those were definitely demons.
Maker bless me. Demons? How can you be a fucking horrors over a damn bill?
Duke Gaspard lured you out here.
Well, his sister. But it had to come from him, didn't it? And all that garbage she was spewing doesn't mean anything. Gaspard had to be the mastermind.
Your accent sounds Ferelden. I thought you were one of Gaspard's mercenaries.
Born and raised in Denerim. Seems like I should have stayed there. The Duke wanted to move on the palace tonight, but he didn't have enough fancy chevaliers. So he hired me and my men. He had to offer us triple our usual pay to come to Orlais. Sticky, punsy cheesemongers.
Want a new job? One that pays better? The Inquisition can always use a good mercenary company.
You hiring? I'm game. Anything's better than this bullshit. You want me to talk to the Empress or the court or sing a blasted song in a chantry? I'll do it.
We've just gotten another agent there. Random. What's for all these doors? No, that don't work. That doesn't work. Oh, surprise, surprise. Let's go this way. Is that the one? It's not the one we came in from. Okay, let's see what's in here. Gold! Oh, does it count if you're robbing from the dead? I like to think it doesn't. Take that policy in life. Dead to her view on the map was a bit obscured. Empress Celine favours a not noble is rubbish. Apparently there's some grand game to create the divine that's also going on in the background here. Yeah. In picking such choices, you know, it's easier for the choices to move to say Liliana to be this way, I've got more treasure. So, as we went after the Emperors, I don't think there are enough hallucinations there.
Thank the Maker you're back. The Empress will begin her speech soon. What should we do?
Some of these don't play the game well. If she dies, then I can get rid of Gaspard, and I don't know what happens. The elf somehow takes over. Give me a second to contemplate what my choices mean apart from picking the divine. Okay, this is a long quest, so let's look all the way down at the bottom. Yeah. So here's the outcomes we can have. We can have Gaspard in the lieu of Brianna, or we can have Celine on her own, or we can have everyone working together, where Celine works with the other one. Okay, so there's a couple of ones that can work out okay for us. I'm looking for ones that discredit Vivienne, because I feel like she plays too much this game. Trying to see if you can get anything worthwhile. Oh, screw this. There's so much stuff to think about. Whatever, let's just detain the Duchess.
The Grand Duchess is the assassin. Don't let her anywhere near the Empress.
Duchess? At once, Inquisitor.
Let all gathered attend. Her Imperial Majesty will now address the court.
Lords and ladies, as a nation, we mourn our sons and daughters, brothers and sisters, friends and lovers claimed by war. The sky is torn open, our divine is dead, and many fear the end of all things comes upon us. Orlais must stand as a bastion, A bulwark behind which all Thedas may take shelter. So has it stood for 1,000 years. So shall it ever stand. This would not have been possible without the efforts of many. Dear cousin, please step forward.
Grand Duchess, stand down.
Now! For Corypheus, kill them all!
Cullen, protect the people! Yes, Inquisitor.
A lot of my men just got killed there. But I was just like, had we sprung the trap first and basically stabbed all our people in the back, we would look absolutely horrendous in that court. Look like we would be trying to conquer ourselves.
Beaten at every turn. You stole the moment of my triumph, just as you stole the demon army from Erimond. And now you've chased a defenseless woman into the garden. Are you proud of yourself?
Okay, it's clearly I've mentally messaged her.
True, you never were one to fall for my helpless damsel act. The night is still young. All I need to recover is to kill you, Inquisitor.
Oh, she's blocking the door.
So good of you to attend my soirée.
Yeah, she'll die. A lot of health. I don't know why it looks so incredible to sound. I didn't realise it was Russian. Alright, because she's going to have decent weapons. You can get rid of some crap stuff.
Your sister attempted regicide in front of the entire court, Gaspard.
You're the spy master. If anyone knew this atrocity was coming, it was you.
You don't deny your involvement.
I do deny it. I knew nothing of Florian's plans. But you knew it all and did nothing.
I don't know which is better. That you think I'm all-seeing, or that you're trying so hard to play innocent and failing.
Enough. We will not bicker while Tevinter plots against our nation. For the safety of the Empire, I will have answers.
I wouldn't have caught Florian in time without Briala's help.
You were working together?
Of course.
We have the note to your general ordering him to move troops covertly into the palace grounds.
It was a defensive choice. I expected betrayal here, just not by my own sister.
Keep talking, Gaspard. Eventually, you'll convince somebody.
He also murdered a Council of Heralds emissary. I found the body and his knife in the servants' quarters.
I have done no such thing.
And of course, he made death threats to the Council of Heralds. Briala found all of this out for your sake, Celine.
In light of overwhelming evidence, we have no choice but to declare you an enemy of the Empire. You are hereby sentenced to death.
You have enough proof to dissolve his support for the throne, Your Majesty. You don't need to take his life.
As a favor to you, Inquisitor, I will let him live. Gaspard, you are hereby banished from the Empire on pain of death.
Is that all? You're too kind, Celine.
Thank you, Inquisitor, for all your efforts tonight. I owe you my life, and Orlais owes you its future. You have done a service for the Empire Will you address the court, my friend?
I'm gonna close this. Oh wow, I sound a bit weird there. Because again, I want to go back and undo that decision.
Ending the war was the first step. A final goal.
Well said. We of the court must use our resources. But that is tomorrow. Tonight.
Do you tire so quickly of their congratulations, Inquisitor? 'Tis most fickle, after... By Imperial decree, I have been... Celine wishes to offer you any and all aid.
Is something wrong? We will need to put the soldiers at Skyhold.
Okay, so see, I'm going to go back and we're going to have that old talky scene done. In my opinion, Gaspard was too smarmy about the end result. He was just like, "Well, you're nice," and I'm just sitting there going, "That's a bit of a dick, aren't you?" Suppose you can't take it with a bit of grace these days. So I'm going to go to the early save we have, way back in the D.
I am well aware of that, revered mother.
Please, may I have a word with you? But surely with the support of the Empire, the Inquisition will not...
Now, once it's finished with its loading problem, we're going to go back. I'm going to do this all properly. I know some people accept the decisions they make. I'm not some people. Oh, so this is the start of that part. See if... that might have been the end of it. What's worth what? The gold first, I think. Bish, say that. This is worthless. Save here. Screw the piece. Let's put our big man on the throne.
Your sister attempted regicide in front of the entire court, Gaspard.
You're the spy master. If anyone knew this atrocity was coming, it was you.
You don't deny your involvement.
I do deny it. I knew nothing of Florian's plans, but you...
Enough. We will not bicker while Tevinter plots against our nation. For
I wouldn't have...
You...
Of course. Keep talking, Gaspard.
I have done no...
You are hereby sentenced to death.
I think Ambassador Briala deserves some reward for uncovering all this.
For this service to the Empire, Briala, your previous treachery will be pardoned. But you will have to live in exile.
You're too kind.
Thank you, Inquisitor.
What?
For all your efforts tonight. I owe you my life. And Orlais owes you its future.
No.
You have this piece. Will you address the court, my friend?
I'm not happy. I'm gonna go through all this quickly.
Do you tire so... Celine wishes to...
Is something wrong? We will need to put the soul...
We're going to go back. Since we've discovered that our first decision was the right one, I think we can't blackmail her. So...
The matter is urgent, Lady Josephine.
I am well aware of that, Revere.
Please.
I've just returned from the...
But surely with the...
I'll tell you what the error was there. Someone else mentioned this before. Basically, because we never showed the amulet to the elf as well, and that's it basically. Had we shown that amulet to the elf, she would have, so that she knew that the Empress obviously loved her as well. Could have been a different story, but that's it. In the end, we made the right choice by saving Gaspard's life. Okay, now let's play this the way we probably would have done. I had enough of looking up what's going to happen based on your decisions. I don't think it matters. Well, it doesn't matter, it's just a personal view, but... because we made that choice...
Your sister attempted regicide in front of... You don't...
Enough. We will not bicker while Tevinter plots against our nation. For the safety of the Empire, I will have answers.
I wouldn't have caught Florian in time.
You... Of course. Keep talking, Gaspard.
Mercenaries. So much for your chevalier honor, cousin.
We've all heard enough to damn the Grand Duke.
Thank you, Inquisitor. There can be no doubt of your treason.
No, it seems there cannot.
Briala found all of this out for your sake, Celine.
In light of overwhelming evidence, we have no choice but to declare you an enemy of the Empire. You are hereby sentenced to death.
You have enough proof.
Gaspard. Thank you, You have done a service for the Empire never to be forgotten, my friend. This piece is your doing.
I'm wondering what Cole would have wanted.
You truly are the instrument of Andraste. Orlais will never forget.
He'd probably want me to force world peace on everyone.
Lords and ladies of the court, the civil war which has plagued us is at an end. The Orlesian Empire is whole again. Those who drove us into war for selfish gain have been dealt with as traitors. Gaspard de Chalon is guilty of treason. He is no longer our cousin and shall never again hold title or land in Orlais. We have lost enough. No more! Now, we can move forward to healing and restoration. In our hour of need, the Inquisition has faced these dangers beside us. It is the honor of Orlais to stand with Andraste's herald to end this crisis. And in ages to come, our children and grandchildren can say that we left them a brighter world. Will you address the court, my friend?
Ending the war was the first step. A final goal must be peace for all Thedas.
Well said, Inquisitor. We of the court must use our resources. Not every battle is won on the field. But that is tomorrow. Tonight, feast, my friends. Enjoy our victory. There will be many more to come.
The Orlesian nobility make drunken toasts to your victory, and yet you are not present to hear them. Do you tire so quickly of their congratulations, Inquisitor? 'Tis most fickle, after all your efforts on their behalf.
I would have stayed, but the punch ran dry. Scandalous.
Indeed. Let us see if you take this piece of news as poorly. By imperial decree, I have been named liaison to the Inquisition. Celine wishes to offer you any and all aid, including mine. Congratulations.
I had no idea you were interested in joining the Inquisition.
The assignment has been given to me, regardless of my personal interest. Celine knows you face an opponent who wields great magical power, which is far more important than her own curiosity. You will require my knowledge if you are to defeat such magic. Regardless, Corypheus is a threat to Orlais and to myself. Thus, I am not opposed to the appointment.
What skills do you have that would benefit us?
I have knowledge which falls beyond the realm of most mages.
Solus will be
I
happy.
suspect this is also true of Corypheus, thus it behooves you to add to your arcane arsenal, yes? Mundane knowledge will not bring the rift in the sky to a close, after all.
I don't.
When you say knowledge beyond the realm of most mages, do you mean blood magic?
I know many obscure, forgotten, and forbidden arts. Some of it you might consider blood magic, yes? Should thought of that frighten you, allow me to offer reassurance. Knowledge alone does no harm. What I possess, I place at your disposal to make use of or ignore as you desire.
This is news to me. I don't get a say in who joins us.
I am not joining you. I am a liaison, advising on the throne's behalf and helping when called upon to do so. If you find that objectionable, you may indeed spurn your new ally's offer. Yet consider this. You battle a foe you scarce understand, with all Thedas hanging in the balance. You need all the help you can get, Inquisitor. I shall meet you at Skyhold.
It's one of those classic things. I keep forgetting. You gotta mix sarcasm with correct answers. With like straight lace.
I can't believe you
everyone takes
escaped
comedy
before
all
me.
the time.
A fat count insisted on talking about soup for 15 minutes.
Ha!
We can return to Skyhold whenever you like. The sooner the better. Is something wrong?
I'm just worn out. The night has been very long.
It was a lot of foolishness. But we did strike a blow against Corypheus. We will need to put the soldiers at Skyhold on alert. Better to be safe.
Wait. There is one thing we must do before we go. May I have this dance, Lady Cassandra?
A dance? After all we've been through tonight?
Can you think of a better way to celebrate?
I suppose this isn't terrible.
What happens when you pay attention more? Sometimes they say the answers not the way you would have wanted them to. Perhaps that's different interpretations of the straight lace answers and the sarcasm.
The matter is urgent, Lady Josephine.
I am well aware of that, revered mother.
We will need them to return to Val Royeaux as soon as possible. There are ceremonies, ordinations. Make us mercy.
That's quite impossible at the moment. However, I will see to this matter as soon as possible.
My Lord Inquisitor. Please, may I have a word with you?
It's always something.
How may I assist you, revered mother?
With the political turmoil put to rest, our minds turn to a single question. The next divine. We cannot answer it without the left and right hands of Divine Justinia V.
I have already told you, revered mother. Lady Leliana and Seeker Cassandra cannot be spared from their duties.
But surely with the support of the Empire, the Inquisition will not be harmed by the loss of just 2 souls.
Why do you need Liliana and Cassandra?
They were Her Holiness's most trusted advisors. They represent her legacy, her hopes for peace in Thedas. They could rally the Grand Clerics to follow as no candidate from the clergy has been able to.
Are the Grand Clerics truly unable to elect a divine?
Everyone with the political support to succeed Justinia perished alongside her. Those who remain are unable to gather the majority of votes from the conclave of Grand Clerics. They have been deadlocked for too long. Lady Liliana and Seeker Cassandra were Justinia's most trusted friends and advisors. Our late divine is still held in high esteem. To honor her, the Grand Clerics might support one of them as successor.
How long does the Chantry need them?
Several months, at least.
Bloody hell.
If one of them is crowned divine, she would not be returning to the Inquisition.
Liliana and Cassandra would have to make that decision for themselves.
And they certainly will, at a later date. The Inquisitor has only just returned and has important business to attend to. You must excuse us, revered mother. Don't let them detract from your victory at Alam-Shiral. We've beaten his wardens and stopped his intrigues. Soon, Corypheus will have no place to hide. Cullen is hoping to press our advantage. We'll plan our next attack when you're ready.
Well, so that's that for a while. More the merrier.
I need to have a few words with my publisher. The first one will be you, and the Herald's asking me for autographs. Sorry, distracted. Anyway, you need something?
There you go.
There are spirits hovering by the veil to observe the thrones of powerful nations, the machinations, betrayals. After our time in Halam-Shiral, I understand why. I had forgotten how I missed court intrigue.
You missed court intrigue? When were you at court?
Oh, well, never directly, of course. An elven apostate is rarely invited to speak with empresses and kings. But from the Fade, I have watched dynasties form and empires crumble. It is sometimes savage, sometimes noble, and always fascinating. In any event, Celine should now be a steadfast ally, especially after helping her neutralize Briala.
Am I sensing concern over how we dealt with Briala?
No? Why would I disapprove of... Oh, because we're both elves. I'm sorry, I was confused. I do not consider myself to have much in common with the elves.
Your people have lost so much of their history and
Oh,
culture.
for God's sake, why is...
Think of myself
They
as-
just get out of the... I keep making all these bad choices. Right, let's go this one. This should be past our first talk.
There are spirits hovering by the veil. After our time in Halam-Shiral, I understand why.
I'm pleased you had a...
Political gambits? Broken promises? Half-truths? It is a palace full, and motivation is where great things... In any event, Celine should now be a steadfast ally, especially after helping her neutralize Briala.
I hope you know that I didn't turn over Briala lightly. If I'd had another option...
What? Why would I disapprove of... I'm sorry, I was confused. I do not consider myself to have much in common with the elves.
Who do you have much in common with? Who are your people?
A good question. I joined the Inquisition to save the world. Regardless of who my people are, this was the best way to help them. As for the elves of Orlais, Briala did what she could. She was an admirable woman, even if her gambit failed.
Even if we couldn't help Briala, I hope we can make life better for Orlesian elves.
Stop Corypheus. That will do for a start. It speaks well of you to feel for the oppressed. Help them for that. Know them for what they are, instead of just seeing a pair of pointed ears.
Okay. I'm wondering where Morrigan is, if she is knocking around. Now, it looks like we might need to go to the throne room for something. Maybe. Oh, Dorian moment.
You have remarkably little here on early to Vinter history. All these gifts to the Inquisition, and the best they can do is the Malefica Imperio. Trite propaganda. But if you want 20 volumes on whether Divine Galatea took a shit on Sunday, this is evidently the place to find it.
Such a critic.
That's the Dorian I know. Critiquing every book in my library.
I wouldn't have to, if you could find some rebellious heretic archivist to join the cause.
Are there rebellious archivists? Other than you, that is.
If Corypheus ever starts burning masterworks of literature, I'm sure a few will pop up. Did I see something by Genitivi here? I could have sworn.
What is this about, Dorian?
What else could it be about? What happened at Adamant, of course. We went into the Fade. Physically went in. Are you... all right?
Feel like we lost Hawk. Feel like we learned so much, though.
Hawk is gone.
The Fade is an ordeal under normal circumstances. To be the only real thing there, beyond description. That any of us made it out alive is difficult to believe. You do realize this feat hasn't been performed in over 1,000 years. Corypheus and his contemporaries entered the Fade and began the Blights. In comparison.
I was lucky.
At least you were at my side.
No offense, but I'd almost rather I hadn't been.
No sense of adventure? That's surprising.
I've not your talent for survival. And not everyone is as discerning as I. If you can walk in the Fade, others will try to follow. Who knows what secrets Corypheus has revealed? Not all of them will be as lucky as you. What they could unleash. My advice? Keep this quiet. Let them speculate. Too many will see this as a challenge.
You don't number among them?
It's tempting, but I am no fool. There are enough idiots in the world who think if they just use enough blood magic, their problems will vanish. It's exactly the sort of thing I want to stop back home. This I don't need. What I do need is a copy of the Liberalum. I'll wager I can find Corypheus's real name. If I can prove he was a grasping ankle-biter with no family to speak of, the luster would come right off. Wish me luck.
It'd be nice to know who he was, actually. It's an interesting quest to have. Right.
Here is the request Harriet made. Please have him note what
All that
specific
dragon.
need he's trying to meet.
What was the point?
Was there a problem with his message?
There is no problem. I am merely confused as to its
croc.
Inquisitor. I have been thinking. You remember everything now, yes?
Yep.
The explosion at Haven, the Fade, escaping the breach. In your report, you said Justinia was with you. But only you emerged in the end. Why? Why were you the only survivor?
She knew it was either her or me. And she wanted me to live.
Of course. Of course she did. That's just like her.
No.
Her message to me. I failed you too. I'm not sure I understand what that means. Did she say anything else? Anything at all? Please, if you remember.
I'm sorry, Liliana. That was it.
There are no answers in the Fate. Only illusions. A warped mirror. Justinia has never failed me. I was her left hand. Now she's dead. I failed her.
Well, where's Liliana vanished to? Actually, by the sweating stones.
So it's true. Some look to Cassandra or even me as Justinia's successor. I never thought the idea would gain momentum. Of course, with the other candidates out of the picture...
Is becoming divine something you really want?
When Justinia was alive, I would have laughed at anyone who even suggested that I could be her successor. Things have changed. Still, I don't know. Restoring the Chantry will be like trying to steer a sinking vessel through a storm.
Whoever becomes divine will have my support if she requires it.
And I'm sure whoever becomes divine will absolutely require the Inquisition's backing. The Chantry is faltering, but it still has influence over the people. Who tells the people what's right? Who do they look to in times of peril? A divine with enough support can change the Chantry. And with it, Thedas. But this is a discussion for later. If Corypheus wins, finding a new divine will be the least of our problems.
Oh, look. Whoa, she flew.
A message from Divine Justinia.
That's a shock. Are you all right reading it?
Thank you for the concern, Inquisitor. But I am. This message was written months, perhaps even years ago, to be delivered to me if she died. I've heard of such contingency plans. A sudden death often leaves loose ends. I'm to go to Valence, a small village on the waking sea. There is something hidden there.
You know what you're looking for?
Whatever she hid in Valence would very likely benefit the Inquisition, and if I'm lucky, she will have instructions for me.
Why hide things in Valence? What's so special about it?
Justinia was revered mother at the Chantry there for many years before she became the Divine. It is a place that holds great meaning for her.
I'll help in whatever way I can.
Wonderful. I was hoping you would agree to come with me to Valence.
What,
One more
Ovi?
thing. If what is hidden in Valence is as valuable as I think, we're not going to be the only ones looking for it. I shall meet you at the Chantry in Valence. Try not to delay.
Where's Valence? Anyone know? Doesn't appear to be on the map. Ah. That's another side mission. Go off to sea. Because you can almost commit suicide here and get away with it. So, let's jump onto this one. So we've spoken to Dorian. Let's speak to Cullen.
I wanted to thank you. When you came to see me, if there's anything... This sounded much better in my head.
I trust you're feeling better?
Yes.
Is it always that bad?
The pain comes and goes. Sometimes I feel as if I'm back there. I should not have pushed myself so far that day.
I'm just glad you're all right.
I am. I've never told anyone what truly happened to me at Ferelden's Circle. I was... not myself after that. I was angry. For years, that anger blinded me. I'm not proud of the man that made me. Now I can put some distance between myself and everything that happened. It's a start.
The past isn't always pleasant. Sometimes you have to let go and move on.
I can't forget what happened, but it led me here. I can make that mean something. Anyway, I meant to thank you, not trouble you further. You've enough to worry about. How are you holding up?
I've met good people here. Knowing they have my back, it helps.
You certainly keep interesting company. I suppose I do as well.
Right, box outside. I mean, what's going on here? Let's find out.
You all right, sir? Of course.
Your worship.
Can you think of any other tasks suit?
A few Orlesian nobles didn't like how things ended at the Winter Palace. They're not rebelling outright, but they've brought in mercenary companies in preparation. The Charters have a good reputation. If we go in, we can buy the companies out from underneath them. The nobles will lose the men they meant for causing trouble, and the Inquisition gets some fresh blood.
She would always like to say, why change the past when you can own this day? Today she will fight to keep her way.
You know I've got no problem with Orlesians, but Halam Sharal was a mess. At least under the Qun, you don't get everyone tripping on each other's dicks while the country goes to crap.
Today she will fight to keep her way. A rogue and a thief, and she'll tempt
I hate politics.
You've got a crappy job then, boss.
Some say she lives in a tavern, but she was so sharp and quick with a bow. Arrows strike like a dragon. Sarah was never quite the gentlest girl. Her eyes were sharp like a razor, but she knew the ways of common men, and she knew just how to use them. She would always like to say, why change the past when you can own this day? Today
Sounds a bit like Sarah.
Inquisitor, it was amazing. Sorry. Your quartermaster outfitted me, and I got trained to hunt the bandits near my home, in your name. I hired Voth here. Don't tell anyone. He's a mage. Thank you for trusting me, your worship. I'll pay you back, I swear.
Good work. Keep with the train.
Yes. Won't we, Voth? He doesn't speak, but he's...
It's a bit like a traitor, either Danish maybe. Might be one of those, what do you call it, Tevinter ones, in secret.
I didn't understand the Grand Ball. It would have been easier if they said what they wanted.
What did you think of the masks?
What masks?
The masks? Everyone had them on their faces.
Those weren't their faces.
Do you want to go somewhere?
How would you like to get out of here? Maybe do something fun.
I don't know. I've never tried.
Come on.
Right, let's get Sarah. I swear, I'm bad. I'm bad. Terrible influence on this kid. All that time spent with Sarah just remind me of who I am. And that is not a good person.
Inquisitor, you honor us with your presence. Will you be dining alone, your worship, or will others be arriving later?
I may have a friend joining me.
Very good, your worship. Right this way, please. Please enjoy your meal this evening, your worship.
You can tell her. She'll laugh and then do it because she loves you. She wants to make you happy.
You saw something in him that needed a word of encouragement.
He wants his wife to tie his hands to the bedposts. Little silk ribbons. He worries she'll hate him. She only said it because she was jealous of your shoes. Remember his hand on your waist as the music swelled. So many little hurts, even here, away from blood and battle. I wouldn't have heard them before. Now I can, thanks to you.
It was my pleasure.
Remember old Maurice, too proud to forgive, gnarled hands clutching the back of an empty chair? Find another path.
Just told him, don't go down that route.
There was someone, before. He was my friend, but he didn't know what I was. When he found out, he changed. I lost him. You found out, but you didn't change. Didn't make me change. You let me be this, be more. Thank you for helping me find this again, for believing in me. You don't know what it means.
I have an inkling. And you're welcome.
You don't need to. It used to help, but it doesn't anymore. Let it go. You were scared, trying to show them you were strong. Find him. Tell him you're sorry. The woman in the red dress thinks you would look good naked. She wants someone to compliment her hat.
God.
They will never know, but I know, thanks to you.
Wow, Cole is just enjoying this political intrigue thing way too much. I think he is exactly what Orlesian society needs, and my God, is it going to be a frivolous society very soon. They're all going to be very happy people, but I feel like he's going to turn into a desire demon like this. Because he's already told 2 people, basically, how to get into a naughty French thing.
She's still behind the curtains in the reading room, watching the blood pool on the floor.
May I ask how things are, now that you're more of a spirit?
Questions can be shackles, but you kept me in kindness. I will answer.
Can you tell me more about what happened at the Spire? You and the real Cole.
I don't remember. I let that go. It isn't part of me anymore.
You don't mind killing people? Even being more of a
Monsters are easy, mindless, menacing. It's harder when it's people. Venatori, bandits. But they chose. They hurt people. We need to stop them. I forget later, so it washes clean.
What is it like to be this way?
I'm me. More me. They feel. Thank you.
Can you tell me more about the Fade, now that you're more...
It is here, but held. Constrained by a construct. Veiled. Feelings, memories, minds, mortality, all shape it. A glass to hold water. We flow to the deep. Without you, we have nothing. Not even us. That's why we want so much.
I'll talk to you later.
Yes.
I see what he's saying. Oh, I can access that chest. We do have too much stuff. Bah! Oh, we survived the drop. So why is it saying something's around here that I can pick up? Oh! It must be a different room then. Maybe we've built something new has emerged.
Hold here, I'll sum it up. Of course, sir. Please don't call me that. Yes. Oh, Bells, it's you. Morris. Sir Morris, I suppose. I am serving as quartermaster for Skyhold and its arriving throngs. Stores are growing, and so long as we have fair coin to restock, you and yours will be well served.
There are problems coming out of Halam Shiral.
There are always problems from Halam Shiral. We've lost a few contracts, but more than made up for it. Although, if a few commendations were given, it might retie some severed threads. I couldn't suggest how. That is better decided at your war table, and I'm not going near that thing.
What makes you ideal for this position? It's an important one.
My family has ties to several freehold militias, as well as cousins acting as officers in Ferelden and Orlais.
And your qualifications?
My family holds treaties with 3 new money Tevinter houses, and a rare Orzuma contract with a Paragon namesake.
And your qualifications?
To be honest, your worship, that was my question. I am the nexus of a dozen threads tied by others, designed to cast the widest and most appealing resource net. But I will rise to the occasion. Skyhold will want for nothing. I swear it.
The previous quartermaster survived Haven. Where is she?
She had views. Has views. Perfectly legitimate ones if you share them, Inquisitor. I believe it was felt that your quartermaster should be more palatable now that the Inquisition is in Orlais. She continues to serve, just not at the fore.
How's it going? Do we have what we need?
With Skyhold shining like a beacon? You name it, it's here or on the way. I've wrung out the slackers, given them what for. I think I like this job.
Okay.
As you were.
We are here for you, Inquisitor.
So, where did I even get this new place? I've literally just noticed it coming over here, and I'm just like, we just got this today, this place? And that guy's just walking into a wall with a great plan. Let's get out of this one.
Of course.
Will you not consider it, Lady Cassandra? The clerics are still sequestered. If no one steps forward, they will debate until...
And you think I could make them agree? I've heard enough for one day, Mother Giselle.
Talk to her, your worship.
The fun never ends in Skyhold, does it?
The Inquisitor was hilarious. That's what they'll say one day. You watch. I assume you've heard that Leliana and I are both candidates to be the next Divine. Because of what happened at Halam Shiral, of course, the Empire favors you. Thus, everyone close to you. So now the Chantry bandies our names about without even asking us first.
How can you and Leliana be candidates? You're not even priests.
It's not without precedent. Amar III was sister to the Emperor, and Galatea a commoner. Leliana and I were, at least, part of the Chantry hierarchy. It would be accepted.
If they'll pick non-priests, why am I not a candidate?
Because you're a man, first and foremost. If they name you a candidate, they may as well join the Tevinter Imperium. Truly, though, I imagine it's because they're frightened of you. A weight such as yours would break the Sunburst throne and tear the Chantry to pieces. I just don't know why they believe Leliana or I would be any better.
I think you'd make an excellent Divine.
Truly? I never look good in hats. Surely it was never meant to be like this. The Chantry, the Circle of Magi, the Templars, this cannot be what they intended when it all began. The Chantry should provide faith, hope. Instead, it cannot veer from its course, even in the face of certain death.
I'm surprised to hear you, of all people, say that.
Oh? Am I not the same woman who declared the Inquisition against the Chantry's wishes? In all my years as a Seeker, I did what I was told. My faith demanded it. But now my faith demands something else. That I see with better eyes.
Someone flew in the
If you're
background.
concerned, then make it better.
Did you know Varric is Andrastian? Oh, he blasphemes with every second breath, but deep down he believes. His heart is virtuous. But he would never step foot in a Chantry. It should be the first place to which the virtuous turn. It needs to change. Perhaps I must be the one to change it.
Your determination is admirable.
Some men would call it an unattractive trait.
I'm not those men.
Truer words have not been spoken.
Who's using flattery now? You're not the only candidate. What about Leliana?
Leliana says she wishes to follow Justinia's legacy, but she and I remember a different person. Justinia knew her fellow clerics and the people would only accept so much change. Leliana would cast it all aside and start over, I think, and that would be chaos for us all.
What would you change about the Chantry?
The Circle of Magi has its place, but it needs reform. Let the mages govern themselves with our help. Let the Templars stand not as the jailers of mages, but as protectors of the innocent. We must be vigilant, but we must also be compassionate to all peoples of Thedas, human or no. That is what I would change.
I have influence, and I can use it to help the Chantry make up its mind.
I cannot ask you to do that.
You don't have to.
If you think that is the right thing to do, then thank you. I suppose I should not be so concerned. The clerics speak my name for now, nothing more. For now, restoring order and stopping Corypheus remain our priority. It's always wonderful to speak with you.
I was hoping we could spend some time together.
You need...
I think at the moment Leliana is closer to becoming the next divine. The irony is I can't seem to be able to skip these cutscenes. So we've spoken to most people. I think we still need to speak to people like Blackwall.
Grand, isn't it? To know the sanctity of our right.
Blessings upon us all.
Whoop, he vanished.
These are an opportunity, Your Worship. If you've a moment, I would speak to you about a potential partnership.
You said something about a partnership.
The work you have done has presented an opportunity to return trade to the roads. A minimal investment at key points will ensure safe caravans. I'll forward it to your assistants for consideration. We have this opportunity because of you, Inquisitor, and we will all profit.
How are you doing?
In this gilded fortress, how could we not be?
Picking up more missions. I kind of gave up with stuff.
fortune, Inquisitor.
Inquisitor?
Inquisitor, you have come to the attention of the powerful, and I am the response. Monsieur Faris at your service. You will find my wares unique. I sell influence.
Okay.
Want a drink? I've a hankering for company. When I was a boy, there were these urchins who roamed the streets near my father's house. One day, they found a dog. A wretched little thing. It came to them for food. They caught it, tied a rope around its neck, and strung it up.
The hell?
Do you know what I did?
You stopped them? Cut the dog down?
I did nothing. Not a damn thing. It was crying. I saw the kicking legs, the neck straining and twisting. And I turned around, went inside, and closed the door. I could have told my father, or alerted someone. I didn't. I just pretended it wasn't happening.
So did everyone else. You were weak. No, you were a child.
You said you were just a boy. I was old enough to know the dog was suffering and that it was wrong. I may as well have tied the noose myself. We could make the world better. It's just easier to shut our eyes.
Nothing worth doing is easy.
Look at you. You would have done the right thing. We're lucky there are people like you in the world. There's always some dog out there. Some fucking mongrel that doesn't know how to stay away.
We've been forced back over here.
Inquisitor.
May God be with you. Inquisitor. A title hard to rhyme. A challenge for another day, I think. Forgive me my distractions, Eminence. I'm overwhelmed by you and what you've done. My name is Meriden, a humble bard.
Are you a bard like those of Orlais?
Oh, heavens no. I'm a minstrel first. My weapon is a cutting tongue, not blades. I hope my skills will help in some small way, if only I can give your deeds their due.
What do you bring to the Inquisition?
A simple thing that you know well. The power of a muse to rally hearts and minds. Inquisitor, I want to spread the word of what you've done. A small but vital role. Perhaps I'll also make a coin or two. I thank you for your time, Inquisitor.
Hey, that elven redhead who makes the buns in the kitchen. Is she available? Because I'm getting signals.
I'm getting signals. I'm still wondering where Sarah vanished to. She's in a corner.
Our heroes strode the winding road,
She
defiant
wasn't
of the vile.
upstairs.
Uncertain pause for home and cause when met the
A man is killed through blood and sin.
One for the Empress. For Gaspar. Brianna. The Duchess. And
That's gonna fly
Christopher.
past my head.
Right in the dangle bag.
Well, remind me to stay on your good side.
Don't worry, you're sparkling compared to that lot. A cook here, a footman there. What's it matter, right, so long as there's a butt for the throne? A pretty one, sure. But how many lives are worth one empress's arse? Ugh, that place. Should have just thrown in some bees and slammed the doors.
I don't know. You want to stop a party, I think you go earwigs.
I hate those things, with their little pinchy butts. Josephine should add that to her paper threats. You know the real lesson from all this? Never sleep with an empress. That,
Yep.
and Briala being an idiot. The whole thing would have gone different if that little piss-up wasn't in the middle.
That was a mistake on their part. It made everything worse.
Wrong way around, Inquisitor. It started worse. Lots of people died before there was a hole in the sky. That's who you're saving. If you get a chance, maybe remind them not to be idiots.
Was easiest little side talk mission there.
Hey you have time? It's not a question, let's go. I've got something I want to do for you. Just come. You won't need your gear and stuff.
Sarah, explain?
Ah, just come on, will you? I haven't wanted to do this with anyone for a long time.
We're eating on a roof.
They're horrible, right? And raisins. Ugh. I freaking still hate cookies. I got caught stealing when I was little, yeah? You get alienage or worse for that, but the Lady Emerald took me in. She was sick and couldn't have children. I had no parents. It worked out. Anyway, she gets a year sicker, so I ask her about cookies. Because mums make cookies. I can pass that down or something. Turns out, she couldn't cook. She missed that talk with her mum. The ones she made, she bought and pretended. Ah, right. Well, no, she was a bitch. She hid buying them by keeping me away from the baker. She did that by lying that he didn't like me, didn't like elves. She let me hate so she could protect her pride. I hated him so much, and I hated... Well, she died, and I hate pride. Pride cookies. But this Inquisition thing is working out, so I figured I could make some Inquisition cookies? Because then I could like them again. Oh, it's stupid.
I think that's a great idea.
You know what? That would be great.
See, I knew. Wait, really? Because it seemed friggin' daft every step to me. I suppose it's not really about them. I hate learning lessons. Makes my stomach hurt. Anyway, I'll throw this rubbish away. Next time will be better, yeah?
You couldn't have heard me, but I was screaming no.
Sarah, anytime. Can we get off the roof now?
Oh, yes, please. Smells like bird and dank. This part, not a good idea.
Thanks, yeah. Feels good, this.
I think you can see who reflects my personality the most of all these characters, and that's as crazy as to an extent. Something on this floor I can talk
This
to.
is the start of something grand. I know it.
It's weird. What? Who is that question mark? So we're going higher, it vanishes.
Thank you.
Sir Lordy Bloomers.
When waked, we walked where willows wail, his withered windings wove the sail. It's poetry because of W's and shit.
Weird.
Can't wait, what's on?
Is your network of
After Lord Arsehole and Vishal? Of course. He may have killed people, but that just means there's more who hate him. It's crap that he killed people, though. They were just trying to stand up a little. It's all...
I was actually trying to jump through the window, but that's not an
Can't wait,
option.
what's on?
Actually, let's just investigate a little.
You have any worries about...
Really? You have to ask what's so bad. Rift, whatever. You know,
Rift Mage?
not helping. I don't understand that stuff. It's scary to anyone smart enough to think for it. You shouldn't be scary. You're the Inquisitor.
What has you so scared?
You really don't know? Most people are scared. I mean, there's lots of mages here, but most never see one. Never. You're weird, and I know you, so you're not scary. But lots of people don't know you. I
See?
don't want you to be just a scary mage.
Don't be silly. I'm not that scary.
Oh, ha ha, real funny. Fine, I'm fine with it. Be scary and a shit. Go on.
I think ultimately it's what they're doing is this game is full of a lot of political messages about the idea of knowing and not knowing. An important part of life.
It'd be simpler to just admit you've
So who are the last few people we still need to see? To talk to? Vivienne upstairs. Varric we've spoken to, Solas we've spoken to. Something is waiting for us. Sarah. No.
Far be it for me to suggest a training adjustment.
She's not happy that
My dear, I'm afraid I must ask you for help. There is an alchemical formula that I must complete, but I have been unable to obtain a critical ingredient. The heart of a snowy wyvern.
So I've killed something like that.
I had arranged to obtain one, but the chevaliers working with me were killed in the Civil War.
If I'm going to hunt down a snowy wyvern, I need you to tell me everything you know about it.
They're quite rare and exceedingly dangerous. Their venom is the... Ordinary hunters would not make the attempt. You, my dear, would certainly be an equal to this monster.
I didn't know you were an alchemist, Viv.
It is a special request from a member of the Council of Heralds. I am... The matter is private. That is all there is to say.
You want me to risk my life to get...
My dear, it is hardly proper for me to blab the secrets of those who put trust. I would do no less for you, after all.
I'm not a hunter.
This beast is not hunted for sport, as other wyverns sometimes are. In the past, chevaliers have been dispatched to either kill the creatures or drive them away. Since my chevaliers have fallen to political conflict, I find myself in need of someone with a martial aptitude.
I'll do what I can.
Thank you, my dear. I would be most grateful. I shall give the location of its lair to Cullen. Remember, my dear, I must have its heart, or the potion will not... I eagerly await your...
If that is... I've already killed it. Exiled planes. Exalted planes, do they say? Ooh. I killed that, haven't I? Interesting. Let's see. Stocks here. Josephine. Who's this up here? Ah, the seat of power.
First, this wasn't my idea. It is an issue born of titles and heir apparency and... Halam Shiral is having difficulty freeing trade routes formerly controlled by Duchess Florian. Had she been tried, her assets would be forfeit and considerable bureaucracy avoided. So they ask that we judge her.
She's in the box.
There is worth and weight in every judgment, no matter how unusual.
That was the time allotted for rebuttal. Her crimes negated any claim to... Forgive me, there is an odor.
Strangely enough, something similar happened to an uncle of Emperor Leandra II. His trade routes were returned to the reigning monarch. Why don't we just follow suit?
A wise choice. Thank you for making it swiftly.
That's why it's always good to read.
How bracing to be in the thick of the game again. The last time I was at Alam Shiral was Countess Letienne's wedding. There were a dozen affairs, 5 secret alliances, and a duel between 2 chevaliers over the vintage of an Antivan port.
Ooh.
But until the Duchess was unmasked, I've never seen the Winter Palace in shock.
You don't see the Empress of Orlais almost killed in cold blood every day.
Not so brazenly, no. The game's become increasingly insular in the past few years. Corypheus skillfully took advantage. It's disturbing so few people in the Orlesian court were aware of the Duchess's machinations.
The Empress realized she was in danger.
She's always in danger. Those loyal to her should have practiced more vigilance. But let's not lose sight of victory. Your actions at the ball have secured us allies and favors alike.
Insular cliques, snide half-truths, everyone sizing up everyone else. It reminded me of home.
I completely understand the feeling, Inquisitor. Let's hope the next ball either of our families holds is quieter than this one. Shall we?
Obviously, we've got to make decisions now. Try to remember if an ice wire is a dragon.
It's time to plan our next attack. What's the state of the Inquisition?
We're well loved in Orlais. Say the words and Empress Celine will send her support.
And your actions at Adamant denied Corypheus his army of pet demons. With Orlais' support, our numbers match his. Corypheus' followers must be panicking.
My agents agree. Our victories have shaken his disciples.
Perhaps they'll rethink following the Darkspawn Magister from the dawn of time. Where is Corypheus now?
After you dealt with the Duchess, Corypheus uprooted his major strongholds. He's moving south to the Arbor Wilds. His army clearly wasn't prepared to flee. Our victories have them on the defensive.
They've terrorized Thedas long enough. We end them now. If Corypheus is hiding in the Arbor Wilds, that's where we'll go.
But what is Corypheus doing in such a remote area?
His people have been ransacking elven ruins since Haven. We believe he seeks more. What he hopes to find, however, continues to elude us.
Which should surprise no one. Fortunately, I can assist.
You have my attention, Lady Morrigan.
What Corypheus seeks in those Forgotten Woods is as ancient as it is dangerous.
Which is?
Is best if I show you.
Am I going alone or what? Okay. So last coming along? You not interested?
This is an Illuvian.
Why have you brought that with
Elven
you?
artifact from a time long before their empire was lost to human greed. I restored this one at great cost, but another lies within the Arbor Wilds. That is what Corypheus seeks.
It's beautiful in its way.
I found legends of an elven temple within the Arbor Wilds, untouched. It proved too dangerous to approach, and thus I turned elsewhere to find my prize. If Corypheus has turned southward, he could succeed where I failed. The Illuvian would be his.
What does it do?
Go to the
A
fate.
more appropriate question would be, where does it lead?
Apparently I just walked in. Oh my gosh.
If this place once had a name, it has long been lost. I call it the Crossroads.
I call it the world between the worlds, Narnia.
Join, wherever they might be.
This place is extraordinary. How could this even exist?
Who can say? Formed from the fabric of time and space, perhaps. The ancient elves left no roads, only ruins hidden in far-flung corners. This is how they traveled between them. As you can see, most of the mirrors are dark, broken, corrupted, or unusable. As for the rest, a few can be opened from this side, but only a few.
This place isn't natural. It almost seems constructed. It's as if someone made a pocket within the Fade, with its own rules of reality. If the ancient elves could do this...
It seems remarkable that the Magisters of Tevinter could ever challenge them. Yes.
It's deteriorating. Eventually this place will simply collapse on itself.
Who can say how old it is? For now it stands, and thus retains its value.
How did you find out about this place?
My travels have led me to many strange destinations, Inquisitor. Once, they led me here. It offered sanctuary.
Sanctuary?
Not all the mirrors lead back to our world. The ancients were nothing if not resourceful.
If they don't lead back to our world, then...
Places between, like this one. I can describe it no better. For a time, I was safe from those who hunted me. But only for a time. One cannot remain in between forever.
What do you mean, a few can be opened from this side?
Some of the Illuvians have been left unlocked, like doors accidentally left ajar. All others are closed. They can be opened only from beyond.
Opened how?
With a key.
I have a key.
I suppose you have such a key.
The key can be many things. Each Illuvian is different. I have knowledge as well as power. Often that is enough.
Corypheus wants to come here.
This is not the Fade, but it is very close. Someone with enough power could tear down the ancient barriers.
And enter the Fade in the flesh. Like Corypheus wanted to do with the Anchor.
He learned of the Illuvian in the Arbor Wilds as I did. He marshals the last of his forces to reach it. You have made Corypheus desperate, Inquisitor. We must work together to stop him, and soon.
I feel like something is missing from this little bubble. I feel like one of these mirrors leads to the Golden City. Perhaps this is what they meant by the god often taking younger elves into the Fade. Maybe they just meant they took them through the Illuvians. Because surely not everyone was able to use the Illuvians. So many people have come to this place now. I just want to use the messages on the war table though. Do some quests.
You seem to enjoy yourself at the Winter Palace, Liliana. Or was that part of the game?
Perhaps it was both.
What's the time now? Oh, good lord. I need something that'll take much longer.
Someone's turning into a bit of a dragon hunter, I've heard.
What a boring thing to do now. Just tell him there's some Casanova. Okay, these are all short ones, so don't you worry about that. further.
Let us begin.
That's a long one, so she can do that.
Let's see what we have.
Oh, there's something going on there. It's a short one. No short one.
Inquisitor.
I've seen enough of this game. So for now. We can always go deal with the Liliana's one, and I think we're pretty much endgame now. So, soon.